Good morning to all. Previous classes we have learnt about measurement and fundamental units, derived units, so many problems we have learned and so many formulas and unit we have learnt last class. Then previous classes we have learned measuring instrument also we have learned. Vernier caliper measuring instrument already we learned. Today we are going to learn screw gauge. So why we are using this screw gauge? See, by using scale also we can measure. We can measure by using scale 1.1 or 1.5 or 2.6. We can measure by using a scale. But we cannot measure 1.01 or 1.51. We cannot measure these values by using a scale. So we are using this screw gauge. Measuring a smallest value, that is 0.01 millimeter value we can measure by using this screw gauge. Now listen here, there is the diagram of screw gauge. By using the screw gauge we can find the thickness of a thin wire or the diameter of a 1 rupee coin or any coin or thin metal plates we have find by using this screw gauge. So what is the least count of the screw gauge? That is 1 divided by 100. That is very small measurement, 0.01 millimeter. So the least count, the last class we have learned the least count of the vernier caliper is 0.1 millimeter we have learned. So today the least count of the screw gauge is 0.01 millimeter. So that is head scale consists of 100 divisions are there. So we will get to this least count value is 0.01 millimeter. Then we can see now what are the descriptions of a screw gauge. Look at this picture. The screw gauge consists of U-shaped frame. The screw gauge consists of U-shaped frame. At the end of the frame, a hollow cylinder are attached. At the end of the frame, a hollow cylinder is attached. Now, inside the cylinder, grooves are attached so that the tip of the screw will move inside and come out when we are using. So, it consists of two scales. One is the pitch scale and another one is the head scale. So the head scale consists of how many divisions are there? 100 divisions are there on a head scale. The two scales we are using in the screw gauge, pitch scale and head scale. So the head scale consists of how many divisions? 100 divisions are there. At the end of this head scale, ratchet arrangement is there. That is a safety device for user. For user they are using the screw gauge. Safety device, that's a ratchet. So it consists of U-shaped frame. At the end of the frame, a hollow cylinder attached. At the inside the cylinder, grooves are added so that the tip of the screw will move inside and come out. So here two scales are, we have used two scales. What are the two scales? Pitch scale and head scale. Head scale, how many divisions are there? 100 divisions are there on a head scale. Now here, in this U-shaped frame, two studs, this fixed studs and this movable studs. Two studs were used, fixed studs and movable studs. Fixed studs is called anvil and the movable studs is called splint. So see the tip of the screw, this is only tip of the screw. At the end of the screw there is a plain surface that is called the tip of the screw. The tip of the screw has a plain surface is called splint. So these are the description of the screw gauge. So one thing you have to notate, two types of scales here used. What are the two types? Pitch scale and head scale. So head scale, how many divisions are there? 100 divisions are there on a head scale. First description over. Then first we have to find the pitch of the screw gauge. Pitch of the screw gauge. For that, see this pitch scale reading and this head scale reading. Suppose here we are giving one rotation. So just listen this is the screw gauge, U-shaped frame. When we are giving one rotation, only one rotation on the head scale. So the pitch scale reading 1 millimeter. Next, two rotation, if you are giving two rotation, pitch scale reading 2 millimeter. Three rotation, 3 millimeter. So the pitch always you will get the value 1 millimeter. Now I am writing the formula. Pitch equal to distance moved on the pitch divided by number of rotation on the head scale. So distance moved on the pitch 1 divided by number of one rotation means 1 millimeter. The distance moved by the pitch 1 millimeter. Suppose two rotation means distance moved by the pitch 2 millimeter. So 1 by 1 you will get 1. Suppose two rotation we are giving means 2 divided by 2 equal to 1 millimeter. So always you will get the pitch of the screw gauge value, you will get 1 millimeter. Next one is least count. How we can find least count? Already we learned the least count of the screw gauge 0.01. Now what is the formula to find the least count? The formula, value of smallest pointage divided by total number of divisions on the head scale. So the smallest, the pitch scale, see the smallest reading 1 millimeter. So the value of smallest on the pitch scale, that is 1 divided by, how many divisions of the head scale? 100 divisions. So 1 divided by 100. The value is 0.01 millimeter. So far we have find out pitch value and the least count value. So pitch value always you get 1 millimeter. The least count of the screw gauge is 0.01 millimeter. Next one is zero error. Zero error. So how we can find the zero error? Let us see. See, the tip of the screw and the studs are in contact. First, the tip of the screw and the stud are in contact. See, look at this. See this tip of the screw and the studs are in contact. Now listen here, reference line. Here red line is there, reference line. This reference near the reference line here, what value is there in the head scale, that reading only you have to take. Here suppose 0 is there, means there is no error. So the head scale, the 0 of the head scale and the pitch scale axis are coincides each other, there is no error. Suppose no error means the 0 of the head scale and coincides with the pitch scale axis. This line is called pitch scale axis. So the 0 of the head scale coincides with the pitch scale axis, there is no error. Suppose here error there means there are two types of error. One is the positive zero error. Next one is negative zero error. There are two types of error, positive zero error and negative zero error. First we have find out how we will find whether it is positive error or negative error. See, the positive error means the 0 of the head scale lies below the pitch scale axis, that is positive zero error. The 0 of the head scale lies below the pitch scale axis is called positive zero error. The formula for positive zero error, positive zero error equal to n into LC. What's the formula for positive zero error? N into LC. N means number of divisions coincides. What is the N? N means number of divisions coincides. LC, least count. So suppose fifth division coincides. So 5 into, what's the least count? 0.01. So you will get the value positive zero error equal to 0.05 milliliter. Suppose error positive means you will get the zero correction. You will get minus 0.05 milliliter. Okay. So this is the formula for positive zero error. What's the formula for positive zero error? N into LC. Next, we can learn negative zero error. So negative zero error formula minus of 100 minus N into LC. Minus of 100 minus N into LC. Let us see what is negative zero error. So here we have learned below. Now the zero of the head scale lies below the pitch scale axis. Here the zero of the head scale lies above the pitch scale axis is called negative zero error. The zero of the head scale lies above the pitch scale axis is called negative zero error. The formula for negative zero error minus of 100 minus N into LC. The number of divisions on the head scale 100 and N number of divisions coincides, that N. LC means least count. So suppose here 90, 100 divisions are there, for that 90 divisions coincide. So instead of N you have to write 90. So 100 minus 90 into, what's the value of least count? 0.01. So here subtract 100 minus 90, you will get 10 into 0.01. So the value is minus of 0.10 milliliter. So this negative zero error. Suppose you have to find zero correction. What's the value? 0.10 milliliter. Like that you have to find the error. So there are two types of error, positive zero error and negative zero error. If there is no error, the zero of the head scale coincides with the pitch scale axis, there is no error. Suppose error is there, means there are two types. One is the positive zero error, next one is the negative zero error. So let us see the positive zero error. The zero of the head scale lies below the pitch scale axis is called positive zero error. The formula for positive zero error N into LC. So here fifth division coincides, so 5 into 0.01. So you will get the value 0.05 milliliter. Negative zero error. The zero of the head scale lies above the pitch scale axis is called negative zero error. The formula for negative zero error is minus of 100 minus N into LC. So the here 90 division coincides. So instead of N you have to write 90. So subtract and multiply, you will get the value negative zero error. Negative value if you get positive zero correction, you will get positive value. Okay. So first you have to find pitch, then least count, then zero error. Then we can see how to find the thickness of a 1 rupee coin by using this screw gauge. How to find the thickness of a 1 rupee coin by using this screw gauge. First, insert this coin in between the stud and the tip of the screw. We can insert this coin. So insert the coin in between the stud and the tip of the screw. Here you have find this reference line now. Reference line here, what value is there on the head scale? That is the HC value, head scale coincides value. Okay. So near the reference line, what value is there on the head scale? That value is HC value. When we insert the coin, you will get the PSR value, you will get always 1 millimeter. The PSR value is always 1 millimeter. You have to draw a tabular column. First, serial number. Next, PSR. PSR means pitch scale reading. PSR, pitch scale reading. And HC. HC, head scale coincides. HC, head scale coincides. Next line, HC into LC. So just you have to multiply the least count. 0.01 least count you have to multiply. Then final formula to find the thickness of the coin formula. Thickness equal to PSR plus HC into LC plus or minus VC, that is zero correction. Whether it is error is there means we have to use the zero correction. Otherwise, formula PSR plus HC into LC. Suppose here serial number 1. If you insert the coin on the screw gauge, the PSR value will get 1 millimeter. Then HC, you have to find out near the reference line what value is there on the head scale. That value you have to find. So suppose you will get 70. HC value you will get 70. Now just to multiply height 70 into 0.01. Least count you have to multiply, so you will get value 0.70. Everything in millimeter. Here all the values graduated in millimeter. So you will get the thickness of 1 rupee coin. Just you have to substitute the value. PSR, what's the value? 1 plus HC into LC 0.70. There is no error. So 0 correction on it. So you will get at 1.70 millimeter. So the thickness of a coin, the value is 1.70 millimeter. The same model for a Rome letter 9, question number 3. Problem, Rome letter 9, question number 3. They are given, first PSR value given on the question. PSR value, what's the PSR value? Just first you have to write what is given in the question. What is given in the question, first you have to write PSR equal to 1 millimeter. Next, head scale coincides. It is given, that is 68. Head scale coincidence is given 68. You have to find the thickness of 5 rupee coin. We have to find the thickness of 5 rupee coin. So, you have to write thickness of 5 rupee coin equal to thickness of 5 rupee coin equal to, the formula is PSR plus HC into LC. So there the question given, there is no error. So PSR value, what's the value? 1 plus HC 68. Least count not given in the question. You have to write 0.01. So you get 1 plus 0.68. So the answer is, the thickness of a 5 rupee coin answer is 1.68 millimeter. This is Rome letter 9, third question. First given you have to write, then formula you have to write, then substitute the value, answer unit. So let us study about screw gauge. So first description, what is the use of screw gauge, why we are using the screw gauge, what is the least count of the screw gauge we have to learn. Then description, then pitch formula you have to learn, then least count formula, the value of least count, the value of pitch, and how to find the thickness of a coin by using the screw gauge, by using this formula. The next one is the measuring mass. See here some measuring instruments. Some measuring instruments are there. See this beam balance. What is this? Beam balance. By using this beam balance, we have to find the mass. Here two pans are there. What are the two pans are there? One pan we have to use the standard weight. Listen here, 5 kilogram. Then 1 kilogram, 2 kilo. The standard weight we have to use one of the panel. Next pan we have to use which object we are going to buy. For that object they will keep on the panel. So standard weight and which object we are going to buy, that weight. So by using this beam balance we can measure the mass. Here different instruments are there. So this beam balance is used in market, and by using this beam balance we can measure the weight kilograms. And listen here, physical balance. This is the physical balance. Physical balance is used on the laboratory. Physics lab it is available. So the physical balance is used on the laboratory. By using this we can measure the milligram weight. Milligram weight. Here kilogram weight, milligram weight we can measure by using this physical balance. When compared to beam balance it is very sensitive. The next digital balance. Digital balance used in jewelry shops used to measure the gold. So measure the mass of the gold. By using this digital balance we have to find the mass, measuring mass. So different instrument they are using to measure mass. The next weight. By using the spring balance we have to measure weight. So this is the spring balance. What is the spring balance? What is the use of the spring balance? To measure the weight of an object. What is the use of the spring balance? To measure the weight of an object. Now here hook is there. By using this hook we have to measure. If any object we have to measure, means by using this hook we can measure. So we can keep on the hook this object and we can measure the weight by using this. Here some measurements are graduated. By using this measurement we have to find the weight of an object. By using, what is this? Spring balance. What is the use of spring balance? Spring balance is used to measure the weight of an object. So now we have learned different instrument. Using the different instrument we have to measure mass and weight. Now we have to differentiate the mass and weight. What is the formula for weight? W equal to mg. What is the formula for weight? W equal to mg. W means weight, m means mass, g means what? Acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration due to gravity of the earth, what's the value? 9.8. G value, what's the value? 9.8. So W means weight, m mass, g acceleration due to gravity. So acceleration due to gravity on the earth value is 9.8. So by using this formula we have to find weight. The next class we can see what is the difference between mass and weight. See, the mass is the fundamental quantity, but weight is a derived quantity. So by using this formula we can derive weight. So an important question, next class we can see the difference between mass and weight. So today we have learned about the screw gauge and the description, the pitch of the screw gauge and the least count of the screw gauge, and how we can measure by using this screw gauge to find the thickness of a coin. By using this formula important, PSR plus HSE into LC. So the Roman letter 9, third problem, what is given in the question, first you have to write, then formula you have to write, then substitute the value, answer with unit. So 2 more question, you have to learn Roman letter 9, third question. Just note it on the book and you have to learn Roman letter 9, third question. Then take your book. First choose the correct answer. First question A option, second question D option D, third question option B, fourth question option A. Then fill in the blanks. Meter is the unit of length. 1 kilogram rice is weighted by beam balance. Thickness of a cricket ball is measured by vernier caliper. Radius of a thin wire is measured by screw gauge. Note it. The physical balance measures small difference in mass up to 1 milligram. Then Roman letter 6, question number 5. Question number 5. What do you know about pitch of the screw gauge? The page number 7. Pitch of the screw gauge heading is there. The pitch of the screw is the distance moved by the tip of the screw of one complete rotation of the head. Then pitch of the screw equal to distance moved by the pitch divided by number of rotation of head scale. That is question number 5. Roman letter 6, question number 5. Note it. Then what are the description of screw gauge? Just you have to draw the diagram and you have to write the description. Then zero error of a screw gauge. There are two types of error is there, positive error, negative error. You have to learn the formula for positive error and the formula for negative error. So all the unit given in millimeter. The unit of, so the formula problem you have to do means last unit, very important. So 1.68 millimeter. So just note it and learn. Next class we have learned about difference between mass and weight. Thank you.